Hello, my freedom-loving friends. Boomy here again with another video for you and another treatise as to why Disney hates Star Wars, hates George Lucas, and why doesn't give a flying rip about the main core of its fan base. Yeah, this is a new article right here, and a lot of stuff in it is from Bob Iger's book on his experience with Disney. So let's get into it. This is fun. It probably explains a lot of things, right? Okay, let's do it. Title: sounds like Disney screwed over George Lucas for Star Wars. Because they did. What? I'm a horrible actor. I'm a Mary Sue. Anyway, let's continue. Just like many of us, George Lucas too is disappointed and upset by Disney's Star Wars. While it appearing the House of Mouse basically screwed him over for creative control. Disney CEO Bob Iger reveals in his new book, The Ride of a Lifetime, Lessons Learned from 15 Years as CEO of the Walt Disney Company. That's a long title. That George Lucas wasn't at all happy. Shocker, you took his entire baby and flushed it down the toilet. Why? Well, he would probably, why wouldn't he be excited about that? Let me think about it. A lot of reasons. Hold on, they're gonna come to me. Just a moment. It said George Lucas wasn't happy at all with Disney's direction of Star Wars, and Lucas didn't like The Force Awakens, which I kind of liked it, but I can understand why he didn't. Iger goes on how they managed to convince George Lucas to sell Disney the Star Wars rights, where it sounds basically like Disney tricked Lucas into giving up creative control. That's dirty. The book notes that Iger, Kathleen Kennedy, J.J. Abrams, and Alan Horn all had discussed the direction for Star Wars, which wasn't Lucas's direction, but that, of course, they didn't tell him that and only promised they would consider it. Fools! Fools, all of them! Iger says Lucas handed in ideas for his movies thinking Disney would use it, but Iger says in an official contract that they made that it was clear Disney was not contractually obligated to use Lucas's ideas, which, okay, I can get that one. That one I get. Okay, party on. Yeah, I mean, Lucas read the contract. Well, hopefully he read the contract too, so he can't get too mad about that, but at the same time, he should have seen the writing on the walls on that one, that they probably weren't going to give him an air of day on any of his ideas, because his ideas fly in a complete face and narrative that they're trying to push. Yeah. Iger says that since Lucas did not hand in ideas to Disney, that Lucas assumed Disney would use them. But, wait, I'm sorry. Iger says that since Lucas did hand in the ideas to Disney, my apologies, that Disney would use them. But that was not the case, which caused Lucas to react and not like Disney's direction with Star Wars. It could be that you just completely screwed over all the characters, made Luke Skywalker into grumbling old little, soy boy drinking crunchily old shit of a man. That could be it. Or you made Mary Sue Ray on that one, which I don't understand. Destroyed Leia's character because when did she learn how to use the Force and breathe in space? Just one of the, let's not even talk about you and gravity in space with those stupid bombers over that Star Destroyer. I don't want to talk about that because that upset me in the first moment I saw that. I'm like, wait, that's not how space works. That's not how physics works, morons. Iger says he wishes he would have handled it better. Oh, I bet you do. In Disney's defense regarding George Lucas's direction for the new Star Wars, it may have not been that good as it involved bringing back the midichlorians, and Lucas himself even said fans may have hated it, but certainly it couldn't have been worse than The Last Jedi. Nothing's worse than The Last Jedi, but we'll see how episode 9 goes. That might actually top it, who knows. Iger does say he is still happy with what J.J. Abrams did with The Force Awakens, as Iger feels it is a good bridge between the old and new. Kinda, but it was a total remake of A New Hope. That's pretty much what it was. It's a new Hope. That's what it was. Yeah. Lucas didn't like the fact that The Force Awakens was basically a rehash of his early. There you go. I just said it, and he just said it right there. Here are some excerpts from the book. Just prior to the global release, Kathy screened The Force Awakens for George. He didn't hide his disappointment. There's nothing new, he said. In each of the films in the original trilogy, it was important to him to present new worlds, new stories, new characters, and new technologies. In this one, he said, there weren't enough visual or technical leaps forward. He wasn't wrong, but he also wasn't appreciating the pressure we were under to give ardent fans a film that felt quintessentially Star Wars. They could have easily done that without just borrowing and rehashing an old plot, an old storyline. They could have easily, if they had any creativity, which is why I'm a big, I always say SJWs destroy everything because they have no actual creativity in them. They only know how to take other person's work, put their junk on top of it, and then complain why it doesn't sell and do well. That's just the SJW mindset. That's how it works. It is. We didn't intentionally create a world that was visually and tonally connected to earlier films, to not stray too far from what people love and expected. And George was criticizing us for the very thing we were trying to do. Well, yeah, because you destroyed his baby. Early on, Kathy bought JJ, and Michael arted up to Northern California. I really hope this isn't from the book, because the editor needs to be fired. California, to meet with George at his ranch and talk about their ideas for the film. George immediately got upset as they began to describe the plot, and it dawned on him that they weren't using one of the stories he submitted during negotiations. George, even though George made a butt ton of money on this deal, I'm sure there's part of him going like, what did I just do? I just sold my baby to these morons, and they are destroying it. Part of me like, here, listen, you want your money back? Because I will take it all back, because you are destroying this franchise. The truth was, Kathy, JJ, Alan, and I discussed the direction with the saga should go. Which the saga should go. The direction should go. And we all agreed that it wasn't what George had outlined. George knew we weren't contractually bound to anything, but he thought that our buying the story treatments was a tactic promise that we'd follow them, and he was disappointed that his story was being discarded. No. Really? And you're shocked by this? So there you have it, my friends. The mouse wins again and screws someone over again. That's right. Someone who thought they might have some control, and they're like, hey, maybe they'll use my idea since I created this whole giant of a franchise that millions and millions of people love, that have changed millions and millions of lives. Yeah, maybe they'll use some of my ideas. No. The SJW twit stick unicorn butterscotch humperdunks over there, they know better than you, apparently, and they are going to do whatever they want to this story. So boo on you, George Lucas. Hey, thank you so much for the film, but boo on you for being so short-sighted in this one and allowing Disney to do this. But at the same time, you know, maybe there's recourse that you can take against them. More articles like this could come out against them. Or at the same time, it could just be that George is going to watch Disney fall and die in the flames of not glory. Maybe that's what's going to go there. So I don't want to give him too much poo on this one. I really don't. I do like and respect George Lucas and thank him so much for what he did for Star Wars, because he created it. But at the same time, it just seems kind of like a buyer's remorse on this one, but the other way around. A seller's remorse on this one. And I don't blame him whatsoever, because what they've done to the Star Wars franchise, to the Star Wars fan, to the Star Wars community is just almost criminal. It is disgusting and wrong. And there are people out there who defend them and love all what they're doing, and hey, party on to you. But the majority of us who love Star Wars are not happy at all with what's going on, and it's showing not only in the pocketbook, but in articles like this and other things out there. Friends, let me know your comments in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. There you go, in the comment section below. Would love to hear them, my friends, on this one. Hit that like button if you like what you see here. The more likes we get, the more out in the front we are. The more people find this channel. Voice of reason, voice of common sense, voice of patriotism. That's right. Stand together, my friends. Let's do it. And I'm sure the keyboard warriors will find their way here, and then we'll just have fun with them. It'll be great. Give them hot pockets and go back to their mommy's basement. It's amazing times. Hit that subscribe button, my friends. Become part of the family here, the BoomysSoapBox family. Let's join together and stand on the front lines of freedom. Friends, as always, remember, it's about community. Don't be a douche canoe, and we'll see you later. Bye, everyone.